What's up, everybody? So I'm back, and I was just doing a lot of thinking, man. Like, I am not holding up my end of the bargain of being a good Christian and claiming to even be a Christian, you know. I'm not like a bad person, but I'm also like you could be a good person and be a bad Christian, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. And I just haven't been doing what I'm supposed to do as a Christian, you know? I have been cussing too much. I have not been reading the Bible. The only thing that's been consistent, I would say, with my Christianity and my faith is that I get on my knees and pray before bed every night. That's something that I can confidently like look in the camera and say I've been on top of that. So I got a relationship with God, but it's tough to have a relationship with him if I don't even know him and I don't know his will. And I say that because if I'm not reading the word, like, then I'm lost. Like, there's no wisdom there. That I can give you guys. There's no really path for my life. There's no direction. Like, I'm living it for myself, and I'm living it for the world at that point. I'm not living it for God, and that's a problem, you know. That's something that I'm personally not okay with, and I need to be better at, and I'm gonna be better at. So I'm gonna start reading my Bible, you know. Now, I've been going to church my whole life, you know. I was raised Catholic. I got baptized when I was like, I don't know, 5. I got confirmed when I was 13. I was an altar boy for 5 years. And I don't know, I really just fell out of church there for a minute and went back years later. And then now I haven't been back in, I don't know, maybe like 6 months or something like that. And part of the reason is because I just don't know what to believe anymore, you know? I'm not saying everything in Catholicism is wrong, but I've heard so many things like like people have said, or like I've seen things in the Bible that maybe it doesn't match up with the Catholicism teachings. And it just leads me to question, like, okay, well, if that's not right, then what is? And then, oh, looks like that's not right. So does that mean this is right or that's right? And honestly, guys, I'm just really confused. Like, the thing is with, like, you know, regular Christians and Catholics is we both, like, we're worshiping the same God, and we both believe in Jesus Christ, and it's like, so there's not much difference, you know, like, so I don't think it's crazy. Like, I have a good fundamental understanding of the Bible and everything, is what I'm saying. We used to have that in school. Like, I went to a private school until 4th grade, so I have a good understanding of it, but like, I don't really, when you don't do something for a long time, it goes away. And especially with the way the world is today, it's so easy to just fall into your own trap and live for yourself. And that's a problem with like a lot of modern American Christianity. It's like a lot of people are like using Jesus to like add on to their self-centered lives, if that makes sense. Like, it's like, get with Jesus, and then your business will take off more, and then you'll make more money. Or give it to God, and then you'll do this, and then you'll achieve this. But if that's the case, if that's what you're doing it for, where's your heart really lie? Are you doing it for yourself, or are you doing it for God's will? And I'm not gonna lie, you know, a lot of times I think I was doing it for myself. I really do. And look, I'm on here, I'm open-minded, I'm vocal, so people are gonna criticize me. I'm fully aware of that, and I understand that's the position I put myself in. every time I make these videos. What I'm not okay with is people in the comments, even old friends, you know who I'm talking to, if you're watching, people slide up and try to tell me how to act, or like, you know, you can't serve two gods, buddy, you can't do this, you can't do that. Okay, listen. Just because I share vulnerable information, okay, doesn't mean that I'm the only one who is sinning every day, who is coming up short, who likes, you know, who does other bad things. Like, all of you watching this are guilty of that too. The only difference is you keep your cards to your chest. And kudos to you. Like, if that's what you want to do, I don't fault you. But to act like you don't make mistakes either, if you put all your dirty laundry on the floor, there'd be a lot there too. So I don't want to hear it. You know, of course, like I said, I'm open to criticism. I'm open to this or that, but don't sit here and talk to me like you're better than me, or like, you know what I'm saying? It's just not, that's not, it's not how it should be. But anyway, so I had to get that out of the way. But yeah, like, all these people, guys, that you think like I know the Bible the most, I do this or that. If you knew what they are really like behind the scenes and what they've done in the past too, interfering in people's relationships, judging other people, you know, they've had sex before marriage too. They're not perfect, okay? They are not perfect. But they want to judge the ones who put themselves out there and are vulnerable to criticism. They want to judge those people. It takes strength and courage to come on this camera and be real with you guys. And so when it comes to certain people and certain friends, I no longer talk to those people anymore. And if I do, I keep it very surface level. I'm not telling them anything anymore, because clearly I know who cares and who doesn't care. And I now know who is just trying to judge me or one-up me and think they're better than me, because they don't ever share vulnerable information back. So I'm supposed to believe that they just don't sin, I guess, but whatever. Okay, but listen, man, I want to be a better Christian. I do. So I'm going to start setting aside some time every day to read my Bible and just be better. And all these things that I do want, you know, like a good Christian wife. I want to be a dad. I want to have kids, you know, all that stuff. It's not like, I don't really deserve that if I'm not a godly man. How could I ever deserve a godly woman? And, you know, a good wife is more precious than jewels. Like Proverbs talks about that. And, you know, we cannot be distracted by beauty either. Beauty can sometimes be the devil, and it can really lure you in just based off of lust. So you got to really get to know the person. And, but that's a different topic. I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys that I need to be better. I'm going to be better. And I do want to start talking about Christianity topics. So if there's anything you guys want me to talk about, drop it in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.